Good morning, this is Kellaland on the go with all you need to know in news and weather as you start your day.
Members of Congress are returning to Capitol Hill following their election recess, with U.S. Senator John Thune facing a race of his own this week.
Thune is one of the frontrunners, along with Texas's John McCornyn, to replace Mitch McConnell as the Senate Republican leader.
The position will wield even more power now that Republicans will be the majority party following Tuesday's election. A secret ballot will take place among senators on Wednesday.
The South Dakota Highway Patrol is investigating a weekend rollover that killed 2 men northeast of Aberdeen. It
happened on a Brown County road early Saturday morning when an SUV went into the ditch and vaulted off the shoulder at an intersection.
The 37-year-old driver and the 36-year-old passenger, both from Aberdeen, were thrown from the vehicle. Investigators say neither of them was wearing a seatbelt.
The Pennington County Sheriff's Office recently released numbers for the third quarter of 2024. The numbers are from July through September and show major crimes are down.
Officials say the increased proactivity of the department throughout the county has been helpful.
We're very pleased to see a reduction in the numbers of our violent crime here in Pennington County. It's a very positive thing. It's a trend we've seen throughout the country the last several years post-pandemic, so it's trending in a downward direction.
In addition to fewer burglaries, car thefts, and aggravated assault arrests, the number of overdoses and fatal overdoses are also down. Get a check on our weather with meteorologist Scott Muntz. Scott?
All right, good morning, everybody. Looks like mostly sunny to partly cloudy skies today. It will be a cool afternoon. Afternoon highs will make the 40s in many locations, though 50s will show across western South Dakota. And it looks like western and central Kettleland will have stronger southeast winds today, at least 15 to 25 miles per hour. And it looks like we'll have another day of strong winds in central and south central South Dakota for tomorrow. More details on your forecast coming up with Brian.
Thank you, Scott. Watertown Stadium has been a staple in the northeast South Dakota community for more than 80 years.
But this was the last year the football team would play there, so this year's senior class appreciated every moment of the season.
Pretty special to play in the stadium considering all the history that's happened here, all the memories that's been made in these locker rooms or up in the stands or on the field. It's been pretty special to be the last class that gets to play here.
In the final game at Watertown Stadium on Friday, the Arrows clinched a spot in the Class 11 AA state championship game.
A Sioux Falls-based online auction site has everything you need if you're into vintage or high-quality instruments. String Tree acts as the middleman between buyers and sellers of unique instruments. One
of those instruments will be on sale soon is a mint condition guitar that's signed by all the members of Van Halen.
It was made specially for the 1980s. All the hard rock bands of that era.
The concept behind String Tree was born when its founder became the owner of a guitar that was previously owned by a World War II veteran.
He wants to share the stories of the veteran and other instrument owners that have a deeper meaning than the chords they play.
We're getting our first look at the featured tree for the Christmas at the Capitol display in Pierre.
The tree of blue spruce was donated by Deb Lutz from Mobridge. It started as a sapling 30 years ago and was planted by Lutz's daughter and late husband.
Lutz and her husband always talked about their tree being displayed at the Capitol one day. She says she's been looking forward to donating this tree for 3 years now.
That's a look at some of our top stories.
Now let's get one last look at your weather with meteorologist Brian Karstens. Brian?
All right, watching our weather forecast today. Well, on this Veterans Day, it looks like a blend of sun and clouds. Temperatures are definitely chilly, as they should be for this time of the year. We'll stay in the 40s this afternoon. Sioux Falls area probably getting at least in the mid to upper 40s. Brookings, Worthington, a few degrees cooler that direction, along with Watertown. But some sunshine will certainly help out. Low 50s toward Rapid City by 4 p.m. Overnight tonight, we're going to notice wind out of the south-southeast, and that will gain traction tomorrow. In fact, most of the region will be at least 20 to possibly 40 miles per hour from the south or southeast. And so as we put in a few clouds in here, Technically speaking, it'll be a little warmer, but it's always hard to make it feel all that great when you got that much wind blowing around. And highs here, Sioux Falls area, likely it will be into the lower 50s. Here's a look at some numbers here for today. We'll start with this. 46 in Chamberlain, 46 degrees in Pierre, 53 Rapid City. Forecast tonight, we're down to 29 Brookings. Again, that southeast wind will begin to pick up in Sioux Falls, 10 to 20 by daybreak. And tomorrow, we got wind blowing through Pierre, Chamberlain, Rapid City, too, 15 to 30. We do find a few 60s, though, in western South Dakota. Sioux Falls area, though, not that warm at 52. Could it rain Wednesday? Well, yeah, I think right now the chance of rain is pretty good. Tuesday night and early Wednesday. The question will be, how much rain will we get in those rain gauges? And I think that the possibility is there for, let's start with 1/10 of an inch to 1/4 inch of rain. The system has the potential to produce more, but we also have to be cognitive of the fact that we're not getting a lot of rain with a lot of these systems. We've had several that have produced just a few hundredths of an inch, and that's definitely true for Sioux Falls. Aberdeen in the northeast, we're going to put that rain chance in there as well. It's not a huge number, but at least it's something to follow Tuesday night and early Wednesday. No cold air connection behind this front. We're going to zoom right back up into the upper 50s and low 60s as we close out the work week. You'll also notice for Pierre, probably not enough moisture right now to incorporate a lot of rain chances, and that's also true for Rapid City. The wind is up tomorrow. We're up to about 64, 55 Wednesday, then more 60s on Thursday. November keeps humming along. More details online at KETLELAND.com.